sir, your map has been updated with the locations of the components you'll need to rebuild the cryogenic drill.
Thanks, Alfred. I'm on it.
I don't gotta pay him to hate him.
Oh, not now! Come on, you... Popsicle at the bottom of the already bangers! Can't do this! Are you so damn fast? Oh. Oh no! No! Oh! You gotta stop! Think it, will ya? Gang up on it! Let me fight! I'm gonna...
Alfred, I've assembled the cryo drill, but it requires some kind of superconducting fluid to operate.
Ah, here it is, sir. An organic supercoolant used in an experimental lab run by one Victor Freeze.
As in Mr. Freeze.
It seems too great a coincidence to ignore. It says here that Ferris had Mr. Freeze's lab shut down.
If he's a disgruntled employee out for revenge, then this is about more than just stealing weapons tech.
Freeze's lab is under quarantine. Some kind of accident.
I'm on my way back to Gothcorp now.
He wants us out here working. Nothing wrong with taking a break, you know. Grabbing a drink for the road. Like they'd let you in.
I'll need to evacuate this lab of cryovapor before the lockdown protocol on this door is disengaged.
He can't get to us. Not while the lab's full of cryo.
Think we're safe, so long as that cryo tank keeps pumping out vapors.
He can't get in here with all that cryo vapor, right? Machine! We can't get through that vapor while there's still power in the tank. This ain't the way I plan on spending my new machine.
There are power conduits running through the greenhouses. I should be able to disable them with a thermocharged batarang.
Kills that bastard.
I thought somebody was supposed to kill that son of a bitch.
He got the first switch.
What's he doing? I can't see.
He's doing something.
Danger. Cryogenic reactor breach. Please evacuate.
got a plan beyond the usual shoot 'em to hell? The lab's still full of cryo vapor and the fans ain't working. I think we're safe. If he manages to get the fans back on, that'll suck the vapor out of that room. Then, we charge in shoot.
I hope you guys brought extra ammo.
Danger. Cryogenic reactor breach. Please evacuate.
Now's our chance. Get in there and blow 'em to hell! I see him! Hey!
There's more going on here than a simple accident. This security guard's skin has the same blue coloration as Freeze's. I should set up a crime scene. Data analysis indicates that he died from heat stroke, but the control room doesn't show signs of overheating. This is some kind of crystallized chemical residue. Traces lead back into the lab. The trail ends here. I should scan for more evidence. Two men struggled. One of them ran out of the lab. That would be the dead security guard I found. These palm prints are a match for Victor Freeze. He must have watched the security guard die. Freeze scavenged what he needed from various prototypes to build himself a super-cooled survival suit. Extreme pressure built up inside the tank when ice sealed these outtakes. It appears that this guard was frozen by the cryovapors from the resulting explosion. The evidence suggests the guard was frozen before the tank ruptured, perhaps by Freeze's cryo cannon. These DNA traces are a match for Victor Freeze. Spatter analysis suggests a blunt impact. Someone assaulted Freeze with a weapon. The cannon was knocked over and fired. When the tank exploded, it released a plume of cryochemicals. The plume enveloped Freeze and the guard, but the shockwave knocked the assailant clear. I need to find that weapon. It may have evidence I can use to identify the assailant. DNA analysis confirms the gun was used to bludgeon Victor Fries, and fingerprint analysis shows Ferris Boyle. It was Ferris. Something was wheeled through this fluid, possibly a gurney. The fluid must have frozen almost immediately for these tracks to have been preserved. Odd. Fries was secretly doing research on Huntington's Korea, but this is a cryogenic weapons lab. The test subject was Nora Fries. Now I know what happened here. Boyle hired Victor to help advance the secret cryoweapons program within GothCorp. In exchange, Boyle agreed to devote GothCorp resources to finding a cure for Nora's Huntington's. But Boyle was more interested in how Victor had managed to put Nora into cryostasis. When Victor realized that Boyle had no intention of following through on their deal, he decided to do the Huntington's research himself. But Boyle didn't like that. The cryochemical cocktail altered Victor's metabolism, as well as the guards. Boyle escaped ahead of the plume and had the lab quarantined. Victor survived, but he knew that leaving the supercooled lab would kill him. So he built himself a suit and utilized an organic supercoolant to keep his core temperature sub-zero. All this violence. He's just trying to save his dying wife. The supercoolant Victor uses in his suit is the same fluid I need for the cryo drill.
Alfred, send Gordon the evidence I've gathered on Boyle's crimes.
I'm sorry, Master Bruce. I know you had high hopes for what Ferris could do for Gotham.
That doesn't matter now. Victor's plan was never to kill Boyle. He needs Boyle's security access to get his wife out of GothCorp. That's all he wants.
And now, you're going to stop him?
I have to.
And are you still going to need that gurney?
I am. But not for Victor.
Thank you.
You know what I'm gonna do when I get out of here? I'm gonna have Candy pour me a nice hot bath. And then I'm gonna drown you in it!
I'm trying, boss. This ice is tough.
Or you completely and utterly dense! Kick his ass, you naughty brats! Oh yeah, baby! Come on now! Remind me why I pay you, monsters!
Stick to it!
You're a cold-hearted bastard, you know that? You're gonna get me on this damn iceberg?
You're good right where you are.
But you can't leave me here! I'll freeze to death!
Not my problem.
Oh, so you come back to gloat, have you? Oh, I'll hang you with that bloody cape, you hear me? Oh, you can't leave me here, Batman! I'm freezing to death! Oh, you're a cold-hearted bastard, you know that?
Holy... Thanks. Thank you.
Emergency. Propellant research base compromised. Initiate evacuation procedures immediately.
The body caught temperature is dangerously low. All I want is to get to Nora
giving you the code? I'll see you both dead before I give you a damn thing!
Then join me in my fate and freeze.
Peel, Victor.
Victor, you have to let him go.
I'm taking my wife. You can't stop me.
I know the truth, and so will the police. Boyle will face judgment for his crimes.
It was an accident! You don't know what you're talking about! What?
Nothing matters. Do you understand? Nothing but my Nora!
You've endangered lives all over this city. Nora would never have wanted this.
No. What she wants is to live a long life in the warmth of the sun. Her hand in mine. But because of him, she'll only feel the icy touch of a man whose emotions run as cold as the blood in his veins. Get in here and honor our bargain.
So you need to find the control panels for those cryogenerators and disable them.
My wife will have a cure. And not you, not Boyle, not anyone will stop me from fighting.
Containment breach in Cryotech 2.
Now, while he's frozen.
There he is! Over here!
This man should have been more careful. This is how the Batman rewards incompetence. There is no need for this, Batman.
Cryotech 1. Overload in progress.
Now get in here and find the Batman. Let's see how well you do when the air freezes in your lungs.
Froze you up good, didn't
Get him. Now I'll deal with you. There he is. I know you're out there. Do not disappoint.
That room is filled with ice formations, Master Bruce. I suggest you use them to your advantage.
He escaped. You want to stop me? Search the area. My patience wears thin. No!
If I can get underneath him, I can take him from below.
Him and the bat.
Cryogenic containment failing.
Him and the bat. almost got you.
Thanks for doing the heavy lifting, Batman. But you shouldn't have stuck your nose in my business. And here I thought I was going to have a problem explaining what happened in your lab. I mean, the police are never going to look at me after what you did. And with this bat freak dead, there won't be anyone left to say otherwise.
Cryogenic containment failing.
And that just leaves you.
Please, you can save her. You just have to bypass the cryo tunnel.
Victor! She died! But I'll keep you alive long enough to see her go!
Cryogenic containment failing.
Take a seat, humanitarian.
Cryogenic containment restored.
I'm sorry, Victor. I can't give you peace, but I can give you justice.
Congratulations, sir. Victor, Ferris, and even that scoundrel Cobblepot are all in custody. Shall we call it a night, then?
Not yet, Alfred. There's still work to be done.